doing a 4-petal flower here. It's anti-spin. Anti-spin is created by doing one less rotation than petals. So if I were to count the petals, at the front of the petal, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, I'm going to count at the bottom of the turn so I can count rotations. So it's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And you'll note I'm not saying anything at the top position there. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now I'll count the petals. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Does that distinction make sense? 4 petals are being created by 3 rotations. So if you were to do the polyrhythmic for it, it's 3 rhythmically. Whereas with the 2-petal, like this, or like this, I think this is the version I did, where do you count the, I guess you do a bottom here, a bottom there, and a bottom there. I guess it is a 3x3. Maybe that's why it's easier to do. There we go. So it's a polyrhythmic from the perspective of number of petals, but I'm not actually sure you're doing a different number of rotations. It depends on how you count your rotation, but technically you're hitting the bottom of the turn here, you are crossing the bottom of the turn here, and then as this petal comes around, it hits the bottom of the turn there as well. So it is 3 rotations, but they feel very different because they're in spin, and it's only 2 petals, so it's a shorter hand path. It feels like to me, but just because it feels that way, I haven't actually done the mathematical measurements of it, so it may not really be a shorter hand path. It may just seem that way to me, but it is a polyrhythmic from the perspective of the number of petals being created, which is 4 versus 2. Right, 4, 2, zhunk, 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 zhunk. That one was also in opposite direction, but you could do the same thing in same direction, in theory, right? Yes. Does it feel harder to me to do the same direction version versus the opposite direction version? It feels differently balanced, I would say. The thing about, and I think this is true when you're doing, say, when you're first learning side plane 4-petal anti-spin, it's my opinion, and I think this is subjective, so I would not in any way, shape, or form call this a fact. I think it's easier to do both of the opposite direction ones because, firstly, they're in the same time. And secondly, it feels more balanced because your body goes from neutral to open to neutral to open, whereas you're always chasing when you're in the same direction version, either one of them. And I think it has a different, I don't think you ever feel that sense of balance of, like, this balances when you're in opposite direction because both of the energies are either going up or down. Whereas in same direction, one energy is going up while the other one, like, so in same direction, my left would be in overhand, my left would be going down, while my right is going up, right? But in opposite direction, if I'm doing anti-spin, they would both be going up, then they would both be going down. And I feel like there's a balance of how you're pulling your energy or pulling your energy into yourself or pushing your energy out from yourself. To me, kinesthetically, I often feel like the ones where it feels like there's a balance of energy is easier to do, but that's just me, and I don't know that, again, I wouldn't say that it's a universal fact that it's easier to do one versus the other. It was a great question because you asked how it is for me. I can't speak to what it is like for other people, but that's my logic behind it. I do think, I think even when you're doing the Pilates, when I witness people doing the Pilates drills for this, it's much less frequent that I see people doing that thing that I call downhill skier, which is really more like ski jumping, where they're like leaning forward. Whereas this is much more common when they're trying to do an underhand 4-petal or an overhand 4-petal. in anti-spin, or even in spin, actually, as well. So, I don't know. That maybe was more information that you were looking for. I don't know.